Today's topic is coordinate geometry. As the name suggests, coordinates. So we know that coordinates are number pairs which are used or which are plotted on the graph paper. As you know, this is a graph paper, and on this graph paper, the horizontal axis is called the x-axis. The other name for the x-axis is abscissa, and the spelling are ABSCISA, and this is the vertical axis, and the vertical axis is representing y-axis, and the other name for the y-axis is ordinate. Now as you can see that it's just like a number line. In the center we have 0, 0, the other name for 0 is the origin, and on the right hand side we have positive numbers, on the left hand side we have negative number. Same is the case with the y-axis. We have positive numbers, we have negative numbers. The negative are represented by x dash, right? Now, what we are going to do is coordinate geometry means that through geometry and through coordinates, we are going to make the graphs of straight line, and we are going to plot the straight line, and we are going to plot the curves using the coordinates. For example, suppose if we have a coordinate a is equal to 3, 2, and the other coordinate for b is 4, 5, and we want to plot these on the graph paper. So what we are going to do is, as you know, in alphabetical order, this is representing x, this is representing y. Just like alphabetical order, x comes first, y comes afterward. So this x is representing the x-axis. So for x-axis, we have to move towards our right hand side. For y-axis, we have to move up. So we are going to move from the origin. Origin is suppose our home. So from this origin, we have to move 3 steps towards our right. 1, 2, 3. And after going there, what we have to do? We have to go 2 steps up. 1, 2. So this is representing the point A, and the coordinates for this point is 3 and 2. The other point is 4 and 5. So we have to plot 4 steps towards our right and 5 steps up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 steps. We have to go 4 steps towards our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 steps up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is representing our point B, and the coordinates, when after plotting the coordinates, when we are going to join them, what we are going to get is we are going to get a straight line. We are going to get a straight line like this, and this straight line has 2 points A and B. Now when we have to, this is a straight line. Through coordinate geometry, we can find number of things for this straight line. For example, we can find the slope of this line, we can find the midpoint, and number of things regarding this. Now today we are going to talk about the gradient. Now first of all, we should know that what is the equation of this straight line. The equation of the straight line is given as y is equal to mx plus c. This x is not representing the x-axis. This is simple variable x, and this is representing the gradient. The other name for the gradient is slope, or you can say the steepness, right? And this is called the y-intercept. Now, when we say gradient, slope or steepness, for example, you can see that this is a straight line and the steepness of this line is this much. And the y-intercept means that the point from where this line is going to cross the y-axis. For example, if I am going to extend this line is going to cut the y-axis from point 5. So the gradient of this line is 5. Now suppose if I have an equation, I have the slope. Now for the gradient, the formula given in geometry is, for the gradient, and gradient is represented by m is given as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? Now y2, what is the meaning of y2? Now as we have seen here that the points for A are given as, point for A or the number pair for A was given as 3, 3, 1, and the number pair for B it is given as 5, 4, 5, and we want to find the gradient. To find the gradient, what we are going to do, the first number in this number pair will be called x1, and next this will be called y1. The number here will be called x2, and this will be called as y2. After knowing that what is x1, y1, x2, y2, to find the gradient, we can substitute these values here in this formula, and when we are going to substitute this, we have m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2, from our number we know that this is 5, and y1 is 1, and x2 is given as 4, and x1 is given as 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 minus 3 is given as 1. So the gradient of, or the value for m is given as 4. Now m has come as a positive number. Now when the gradient is positive, then this means that the line is going to line is going to rise from left to right. Now when I say right, it is going to rise. As you can see that this graph paper is divided into two parts. This is our left hand side and this is our right hand side. When I say it is going to rise from left to right, that means from this is going to rise from our left to right side. So we are going to have, this is the right hand side and this is the left hand side. And when I am saying this is going to rise from our left to right, from this side, this is rising towards our right hand side. So this line is showing that we have the gradient is positive. Now when the gradient will be negative, then the line will be dropping from left to right. Only thing common here is left to right. When it is positive, it is rising from left to right. When it is negative, the line is going to drop from your left hand side towards your right hand side. This is the way to find out the gradient using the coordinate geometry.